This is my 12th CAS reflection video, and in it I will be reflecting upon my participation in the Anderson High School Trojan Marching Band for the 2010-2011 school year. I have been a member of the band for the last, for the last 7 years. This next year will be my 8th, and I have been a member of the Anderson High School band since my freshman year. So as a senior, it will be my 4th year in band. And my sophomore year, I was band librarian, and my junior and senior year, I was/will be the drum major for the band. And through my participation in band, I was able to, 1, increase awareness of my strengths and areas for growth, 2, undertake new challenges, 3, plan and initiate activities, 4, work collaboratively with others, 5, show perseverance and commitment, and 6, develop new skills. Band has shown me who I am as a person more so than anything else in my life, to be quite honest. It has shown me what I'm good at and what I am bad at. A few of my strengths include acting as a successful leader, playing the French horn, and letting my personality and positive motivation kind of trickle down to other members of the band. And I would say that my largest area for growth is in conveying my messages in a way that all of the band members are able to interpret equally, rather than feeling as if I am singling some people out or showing favoritism to others. I undertook new challenges in marching band, particularly this year, because I was drum major. And my freshman and sophomore year, I had a marching spot on the field, whereas my junior year, this past year, I was not on the field, but rather I was up conducting on a podium, which was an entirely different and surreal experience for me. So it was absolutely a challenge that I was more than willing to take on, and I'm sure that it will prove to be somewhat challenging next year, regardless of my experience as a drum major. As a drum major, I also planned and initiated activities. Throughout the year, the directors rely solely upon the drum majors to ensure the smoothness of the operations within the band. So if the directors are ever unable to deal with anything or have prior commitments, it is up to drum majors, who come next in the hierarchy of bands, so to speak, to ensure that any problems or kinks in the system are worked out, everyone's questions are answered, and all that good stuff. Activities that drum majors are responsible for planning include marching and or playing rehearsals for particular sections throughout the band, and we also conduct all of the leadership team meetings, leadership team building activities, and band activities such as the band pool party, band banquet, and all of that fun social stuff. So as a drum major, I absolutely planned and initiated activities throughout the year. I believe that working collaboratively with others has been the outcome that is most obvious to me as an individual throughout my participation in this band program. You have to think about the fact that during a marching show, there are, in our case, over 200 individuals on a field working together to make different designs and formations that an audience can see. And a goal like that is not realistic without collaboration. And that is how collaboration works for an average band member. For a drum major, that necessity for collaboration is taken to an entirely different level in the sense that not only do we have to collaborate with the band, but we have to collaborate with the leadership team, including section leaders and officers, each other as drum majors, and most importantly, the director. We are kind of the segue between the directors and the rest of the band. So if the band has a problem, they come to us and we take it to the directors, and vice versa. If the directors have any concerns, they let us know, and we try to do our best to carry out any changes that may be necessary. So it has taught me to work collaboratively with others to essentially a limitless extent, because I have learned so much in terms of teamwork and cooperation throughout my experience in the program. I have shown perseverance and commitment, absolutely. I think that throughout the 2010-2011 school year, just from marching band alone, I calculated roughly 300 hours of commitment. So that is as a drum major. Granted, a regular band member won't have quite as many hours, but they put in just as much work in the time that they do spend with the band. So as a drum major, you have to get to every rehearsal an hour early and are expected to stay an hour later after all rehearsals to ensure that everything is set up prior to the rehearsal and taken down and returned to its normal state after the rehearsal. So it's absolutely a huge commitment to be involved in band as just a regular marcher, and that commitment is taken to a different extreme as a drum major. After football games, it could be as late as 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and myself and the other two drum majors had to wheel the drum major podiums from the teacher parking lot down the hill onto SEMA Serena, up the back of the school and into the student parking lot. We had to fill up water coolers every morning. We had to rehearse the band in warm-ups. So commitment is absolutely the one word that I would use to describe my affiliation with the band program. And to be involved in a program as rigorous and demanding as this one, you have to have a strong understanding of commitment. And lastly, I have developed new skills. Being a member of the band has honestly changed who I am as a person. And as cheesy as that may sound, I don't think that any other of my experiences in life could be more pertinent and appropriate to that description. I have learned to communicate with others. I have learned to act as a successful leader. I have learned how to acknowledge when I am wrong, and I have learned how to work together with others in order to achieve a common goal. The band members are just as close to me as any of my family members. All of my best friends are in band, and I can honestly say that I don't think I can think of a single person that I am absolutely opposed to working with in band. That is how strong of a bond we share together. So my participation in the band program has changed who I am as an individual tremendously, and I would say that developing new skills is a complete understatement to what the band program has provided me with throughout these past 3 years, and I anticipate to gain just as much experience from the program, if not more, in my last year involved in the program.